What's your biggest financial regret so far in life when it comes to money?
My biggest financial regret.
Something you've done you wish you could take back.
Probably when I bought my Benz 2 years ago. I bought a Benz 2 years ago, and it just was a point in my life where I was going through a lot of transitions, and now I'm blessed to say I just got a new 2019, but actually a month ago. Yay! But now, like I said, I'm more stable, I'm more secure, and at that time it was a transition I was going through with the death of my grandfather. So I was juggling a lot. You know, my mom had died at that time. So I was like, ugh. And then I bought a car right away after his passing. So I don't think that was really smart at that time. But now that I know about business, I know about finances and credit, which my credit is great, I think it's important to just take your time with certain purchases and really knowing what you're doing with your money.
So that was, looking back at it, like an emotional purchase? You were going through a downtime, so you bought something to cheer you up?
Not really an emotional purchase, just I did it because I thought I could do it. And it's not that I could not do it, but it wasn't the right time to do it, you know. I didn't even have my credit established and all that yet. So it just didn't make sense. So now that I know what credit is, now that I own a home, now that, you know, I'm in a financial situation where I know my finances, it makes sense for me to do big purchases now as opposed to 2 years ago.
When you got that car, and I don't know if you leased or outright bought it.
Yeah, I didn't lease it.
Okay. Was that beyond your means at that time?
It was right at my means, but it was the wrong time, if that makes sense. Like, I knew I had so much other planning and other things going on. And let me tell you, funeral arrangements and all that is not cheap. And when you're entering a world of the grown life, it's called adulting. And now I own my home. I did inherit my home, actually. You know, my granddad did leave me a home, but I'm fixing it up. I'm the maintenance woman. You know, I'm fixing showers. I'm fixing yards. I'm doing all of that. So when he left me with that, it was a lot of bills behind that.
So when you talk about getting a new home, this is the home you're referring to?
Yes. So I'm a homeowner, and then my name is on the home. I didn't even know I was getting the house. I was like, okay, you know. So whatever his wishes were, I was definitely on the deed, and my name is on the house. So. But now I'm building it and making it my compound with my studio. It's on like 2.5 acres, so I get to do a lot of free-range things that I want to do with the home and everything, as far as development goes.
Care to share what city or state this is in?
It's definitely in Maryland. I'm a Maryland girl. I never left Maryland. Yeah, and it's funny when people see me around, they go, "What the fuck? You still live in Maryland?" I'm like, yeah.
And this is grandfather on your mother's side or father's side?
It's actually my step-granddad, but he's been in the family up until the time he passed for over 55 years. I actually got his name on me, so it's my granddad. Mm. Yeah.
And step on which side, I guess?
My mom's side. Yep. Mm-hmm.
And he left this house in his will for you?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That was never talked about before? You had no idea?
You know, he said he would joke around, I would leave it for you or your mom or whatever, but when he was telling me this, I was like 16, 17, so life to me, I always knew what I wanted to do as far as career-wise, but when you're 16 and 17, your responsibilities don't become real yet because you're still living with your parents. You don't pay bills specifically unless you move out, you know, and you're not under your parents' roof anymore, but I did not know that, but I'm glad he did. I'm making it my own. I get to do what I want to do, and I'm taking pride in it because I am a homeowner, and I don't just think of it as something it was given to me. I think it's something that is a blessing, and I get to now, you know, do what I want to do.
How'd you find out this was yours?
His lawyer, actually. His lawyer said, you know, you own the house. Okay.
And how soon after his passing did you find that news out?
Oh my goodness, about 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Yeah. But I'm glad he did. R.I.P. And you know, I'm just living in his you know, his wishes and doing all the right things to make everything prosper.
And how did he pass, if you don't mind me asking?
Multiple things. COPD, which is if I'm not mistaken, is constructive obstruction pulmonary disease. I probably got that wrong, but it's where your lungs harden and you can't breathe and all that stuff. So he was a chain smoker, really heavy smoker, and dementia. amongst some other things, congestive heart failure. Because there is a congestive and congenitive, but he died of congestive heart failure. So he had multiple things going against him, ex-military, great guy, but some people cope with things differently, especially being in the military. He was in Vietnam War and all of that, so yeah, he was definitely shell-shocked. And, he coped with things the way he, I guess, best knew how. Might have not been the greatest, but that's what he did.
Do you know what branch of the military?
Yeah, he was in the U.S. Army. Yeah. Mm-hmm.